The day Ivy Peter was hospitalized with a high fever. My boyfriend Ethan Smith spent the night at the beach with Lily Johnson. I broke up with him over the phone, but Ethan casually dismissed it and hung up. When he returned, he called again. It was her birthday wish to go to the shore. I wanted to invite you, but you weren't feeling well. Stop being difficult. Be good and I'll take you to get married after I finish this project. I glanced at Ryan Wilson kissing my neck and rasped. Forget marriage. My boyfriend's waiting. Gotta go. Ethan chuckled. What? You hired some guy to spite me? Hope you can afford to keep him around long enough for kids. That night, photos of Ryan kissing me circulated in our group chat. Ethan insisted they were photoshopped. 2 months later, when he saw Ryan accompanying me to a prenatal checkup, Ethan completely lost it. Rest first. Ivy. I'm just taking Lily to the beach and I'll come right back. Ethan's calm voice grated on my nerves. He spoke as if abandoning his feverish girlfriend to celebrate his childhood friend's birthday was perfectly reasonable. My knuckles whitened around the phone. Ethan laughed lightly. Come on. It's just a beach trip with Lily. Don't be petty. I finally snapped. Ethan, are you her father? Her actual parents are alive and well. Does a 20-year-old woman need her taken boyfriend to pitch tents overnight? His tone cooled. Ivy, must you be so dramatic? We just happened to meet near the beach. If something was going on, would I tell you openly? Open? You're gallivanting with another girl while I'm hospitalized. Then demand my understanding? Sorry. Can't do. Lily's just a kid in my eyes. Enough. I interrupted. Voice shaking. Choose her and we're done. Silence. Then Lily's saccharine voice piped up. Ethan, maybe you should go back. I'll be fine alone tonight. Don't worry about it. Ethan reassured her before softening his tone for me. Be good. Ivy. I'll return soon. The line went dead. I blocked Ethan's number and deleted his contact. Tears blurring my vision as I posted in 4-drip selfie caption solo on May 20th. Mutual friends flooded the comments. Ethan's friend Dan wrote, haha. Ethan's bringing 999 roses. Hold tight, babe. My neighbor Ryan commented, perfect timing. Let's pair up. I logged off. Head pounding. 3 years ago, Ethan had pursued me relentlessly. The wealthy heir to the Smith family and the small-town scholarship student became campus royalty, the perfect couple everyone rooted for. The truth? We met during his darkest hour. After tutoring one night, I found him bleeding in an alley, reeking of alcohol. He mistook me for his mother, clinging desperately until I humored his drunken ramblings. That's how our twisted fairy tale began. The paramedics arrived, but Ethan clutched my hand desperately, forcing me into the ambulance with him. Days later, he tracked me down, first threatening me to keep quiet about the incident, then lingering around my neighborhood constantly. His persistent hovering evolved into dinner invitations under the guise of repaying my kindness. Despite his arrogant exterior, I thought Ethan had redeeming qualities. 6 months later, he confessed his feelings. During our early days together, Ethan treated me tenderly. Though stubborn and aloof to others, he became attentive to my every need. His flaws emerged gradually: petulant moods and silent treatments when I focused on studies and part-time jobs. I maintained contact every 3 days, often oblivious to his sulking. Our minor quarrels seemed harmless until Lily returned from overseas 3 months ago. Ethan's behavior crossed into absurdity. The man who'd vowed I was his sole priority now practically moved into care for Lily. His excuse? She's like a sister to me. A sister who consults him about lingerie choices. Apparently, Ethan insisted Lily differed from us, fragile, gentle, needing protection unlike my independent nature. Their mothers had been best friends after Ethan's parents divorced. The Johnson family became his refuge. In his mind, Sheltering Lily repaid that debt. You understand, he said. I bit my tongue. Then came the midnight dashes whenever Lily called, always interrupting our private moments. Her emergencies ranged from bicycle accidents to food poisoning verified by hospital visits. The girl took self-sabotage to Olympic levels. Eventually, Ethan rented her the apartment next to mine, claiming this proximity would prove their platonic relationship. Yet his sibling care included gifts for Lily during our dates. Why tolerate this? I'd considered ending things 2 weeks ago, resolved to break up. I overheard Ethan talking with Dan. Are you into Lily or what? Dan prodded, crushing his cigarette. Ethan laughed. She's family. Not by blood, but close enough. Watch your mouth, Ivy might misunderstand. Dan teased about relationship boasts. What's to boast? Ivy and I are solid. But how solid? The rebel who'd rather get disinherited than join his father's corporation now meticulously tended Lily's every whim. Listening. My heart fractured. We'd been each other's first love. Shared genuine happiness and reckless devotion. I left silently, needing space. Lily's adoring gazes practically dripped with longing. How could he miss that? Last week's high fever hospitalized me. After 7 days of radio silence from both sides, Ethan finally called. Hearing I was ill, he sighed in relief. Business trip. Back tomorrow. His absence tonight? Not meetings, but camping with Lily for her 20th birthday, oceanfront tents under moonlight. So I told him to go if he wanted to break up. And he went. So we broke up. Instead of wallowing in emotional turmoil, I actually felt relieved. Lily posted a tent photo on social media about the situation. When I checked her profile, her pinned post had become a photo of her holding hands with Ethan. I smirked. They couldn't even bother removing the ring I'd given Ethan from their clasped hands. After getting my 4, I checked out of the hospital. Stumbling out of the elevator at my apartment building, I felt lightheaded from days of living on congee. Someone caught my arm as I swayed, pulling me against a crisp black jacket that smelled faintly of sandalwood. Trying to take advantage. Ivy? Ryan's cool baritone snapped me awake. I jerked back to find my neighbor looking down at me with that infuriatingly perfect face, pale skin stretched over sharp cheekbones. Lazy indifference in his hooded eyes despite the grocery bags in his hands. At 6 feet 2 inches in his black bomber jacket and baseball cap, he looked like a model slumming it in our mid-tier apartment complex. Sorry. I'm not feeling well. I mumbled. Our floor had 4 units, mine. Ryan's remodeled 140 square meter corner unit. Lily's place. And 1 vacant. His keys jingled as he unlocked his door. Eaten? What? Dinner. He held the door open, revealing sleek minimalist interiors. Made too much food. The spread on his marble counter stopped my protest. Golden chicken soup. Glazed fish. Garlic ribs swimming in oil. My traitorous stomach growled. 520 festival. He shrugged, referencing the unofficial Chinese Valentine's Day. Single people deserve good food too. I caved at the sight of chili oil braised pork slices. I'll wash up. He slid me house slippers, women's. Size 37, as the rice cooker dinged. We ate in silence, broken only by my compliments. Afterward, Ryan leaned against his stainless steel fridge watching me scrub his dishes. Use the dishwasher. Hand washing's faster. The warm water soothed my 4 bruised hands. He rolled up his charcoal sleeves to dry, forearm muscles flexing near the rose gold Cartier watch I'd never seen him without. This became our routine, me showing up at 7 p.m. sharp. Ryan accidentally cooking Sichuan feasts. The empty 4th apartment collecting dust. Ethan's silence stretched, waiting like always for me to crawl back after our fights. Not this time. A week later, I arrived at Ryan's with grocery reimbursement cash. He refused, suggesting household supplies instead. The checkout girl grinned as she tossed in free condoms labeled "Oops, baby," with my detergent haul. Ryan's eyebrow quirked at the neon box I tried to bury under Tide Pods. Midweek promotion? His mouth twitched as I choked on explanations. I hadn't explained things to Ryan yet. He was busy calling me to dinner and I completely forgot. It was still early, so we had some drinks that gradually went to our heads. Ryan made casual conversation, probably sensing I'd gone through a breakup. He finally said softly, "Don't worry. There's plenty of good guys out there. I'll set you up with someone next time." His unexpected matchmaking offer made me laugh. The serious-looking man actually played Cupid? I teased. "Sure. What's his height and weight?" My phone interrupted with an unknown number. Ethan's impatient voice crackled through. "Ivy. Really? Blocking me over nothing? Let's pretend this never happened. Where are you? I'll explain everything about Lily later. We're done. Ethan. No need to meet." His voice tightened. "Stop being childish. I stayed with Lily for her birthday because it wasn't safe camping alone. I drove back at dawn only to find you discharged yourself." Glancing at Ryan, I moved to the floor-to-ceiling windows. The alcohol made my head swim, but I enunciated clearly. "Your feelings stopped being my concern when we broke up." Ethan's tone softened desperately. "Ivy. Listen. If you're so worried, let's get married after I wrap up this project. You'll be Mrs. Smith legally. Happy now? Marry you?" I nearly choked. Were we at Ryan's penthouse? I'd have cursed him senseless. Instead, I heard myself say, "No thanks. My boyfriend's waiting. Bye. Grow up." "Ivy," Ethan snapped. "Hiring some guy to make me jealous? Pathetic." The line went dead. Returning to the dining table, Ryan was calmly finishing his meal. "Ryan," I blurted, "how soon can your friend meet me?" He set down his fork, eyes glinting. "He's busy." But his gaze traveled over me. "How about me instead?" Maybe it was the alcohol. Maybe his stupidly perfect jawline. I heard myself ask, "Do you have abs?" Ryan's low chuckle vibrated through me as he approached. "Care to verify?" Seated, my eye level aligned perfectly with his torso. Drunk bold, I slipped my hand under his white tee. Firm, heated muscle greeted my palm. My breathing hitched as my fingers wandered recklessly. The damn phone rang again. I fumbled to decline but answered instead. "Not now." Ethan's strained voice came through. "Ivy. I'm sorry. I miss you. Where are you? I'll pick you up." Before I could respond, Ryan tilted my chin up and crushed his cool lips against mine. His kiss was methodical, consuming, leaving me breathless. "Ivy." Ethan's voice escalated from the discarded phone. "Answer me. Are you home?" "I'm almost there." Ryan's mouth silenced any response, his hands cradling my face as our breathing grew ragged over the speaker. 5 excruciating minutes of Ethan's increasingly frantic demands met only with muffled sounds. When Ethan finally exploded into curses, Ryan deepened the kiss triumphantly. My fingers curled tighter against his abdomen as the world dissolved into his wintergreen scent and punishing grip on my waist. "Are you even listening? Watching a movie or something? What the hell do you want? You've crossed the line this time. If Lily were your sister, would you let her stay alone overnight at the beach? Why keep acting up about this? Don't you know you shouldn't throw around breakup threats casually?" Ryan gently bit my lip, drawing a muffled gasp from me. Ethan detected something amiss, his tone turning sharp. "Ivy. Where are you?" My voice came out breathy. "At my boyfriend's place." Ethan snarled through clenched teeth. "Still playing games?" "I've apologized. Made promises. When will this end?" Ryan pulled me upright, nuzzling my neck with amused eyes that crinkled attractively, his teeth grazing sensitive skin. Trembling, I bit my lip to suppress sounds. Forcing out measured words, Ethan. I warned you, if you stayed overnight with Lily. We're through. I meant it. We're done. The line went silent before Ethan's icy retort came, so this is your pathetic revenge? Making up some guy to provoke me? Prove it then, marry him. Have his babies. Let's see your little fiction play out. A crashing sound followed as his phone hit the floor. Then dead air. My chest tightened. To Ethan. This was merely another jealous tantrum over Lily, an elaborate fabrication to punish him. After all, my life revolved around work, Netflix binges, and our dates. Pathetic. A bitter laugh escaped me. Before dizziness fully claimed me, I shamelessly stroked Ryan's abs several times, intending to quit while ahead. Ryan's usually cool voice dropped an octave. Want to explore further? My widened eyes betrayed me as shouldn't we morphed into explore what? His laugh vibrated against me. Devastatingly attractive. One arm anchored my waist while his other guided my hand downward. Ivy. He murmured, lips brushing my ear. Be certain. Ready to continue? We're adults here. Though inexperienced, I knew the basics. Instead of answering, I crushed my mouth to his in clumsy desperation. Ryan swept me up effortlessly. Bedroom door slamming behind us. Under his skilled touch, I melted completely, aware only of our silhouettes undulating against moonlit drapes. I awoke at 2 a.m., early for my usual schedule. Ryan emerged from the shower, droplets glistening in his chest hair. Hungry? Heat flooded my cheeks. I'm satisfied. His chuckle rumbled. You barely ate dinner. Midnight snack? Oh, that kind of hunger. My traitorous stomach growled. Starving. Give me 5. On the deserted downtown streets, Ryan lingered half-step behind me. A boutique's display window caught my eye. Its looping soundtrack playing When Love Forgets, the ballad I'd obsessed over during our breakup. How love forgets. Tears refuse to fall / let her claim those joys I can't recall / if love remembers vows once sworn / give her what from me was torn. Ryan's warmth enveloped me from behind, chin resting on my shoulder. What's wrong? Nothing. Wait here. The shopkeeper mistook me for a pickup customer when I entered. He said Ethan had 2 made back then, asking if I could take both. So he did make 2 after all. Back then, Ethan had the bracelets crafted and given to the jeweler for final adjustments. The jeweler mentioned trying to call me yesterday but couldn't get through. I noticed the other bracelet was different from mine, featuring a heart-shaped charm at the center. I suddenly laughed. My apologies, but we've broken up. You'll need to contact him about the other one. Would you mind melting mine down? After thanking him, I stepped outside. Ryan stood by the storefront, his eyes lingering on the jewelry display. When I approached, he pulled me into an embrace that felt like collapsing into empty space. His lips met mine in a slow, lingering kiss that left me breathless. Across the street, a camera flash silently captured the moment. In the smoky haze of a private lounge, Ethan kicked over a whiskey bottle with a clatter. His friends exchanged uneasy glances. Cut it out, man. Ivy's just blowing off steam. One ventured. You know she'll come around, she never stays mad past Wednesday. Another nodded. Remember when you had 104 fever? Girl camped at your bedside for 3 days straight. Ethan's jaw relaxed slightly. The chorus continued, how she'd researched physical therapy techniques after his basketball injury. How she'd memorized his coffee order. Of course she'd come back. Her entire world revolved around him. This was just payback for missing their anniversary. Enough about Ivy. Ethan snapped, though his voice lacked conviction. Lily's practically family. If she wants to doubt that, his gaze flickered to where Lily sat twisting a cocktail napkin, mascara smudged beneath her eyes. Dan snorted into his beer. Funny how it's cool when you play house with family all night, switch the roles and you'd be torching the city. The music swallowed his muttering, but not fast enough. Ethan's head whipped around. Say that again? Nothing, man. Hey, my flower shop's grand opening Saturday. Coming? Busy. The group chat notification buzzed like a trapped hornet. Someone had posted a photo, a man cradling a woman's face as they kissed under streetlights. Only the curve of her shoulder was visible, but the jade bracelet glinted unmistakably. Ethan's laughter cut through the tension. You're seeing things Ivy would never. His thumb hovered over the screen and zooming in on the familiar beauty mark behind her ear. The bottle shattered against the wall before anyone could react. Others chimed in. Seriously. Stop making jokes like that. You'll piss Ethan off. The person hastily deleted the photo after apologizing. Sorry, Ethan. Ethan felt his chest tighten at the thought of Ivy being with someone else. Impossible. She's just throwing a tantrum because she cares, because she loves me. He grabbed a liquor bottle and chugged. I woke up past noon from my phone buzzing. Lily had spammed me. I'm so sorry for the misunderstanding. Ethan was just worried about me that night at the beach. You know how unsafe it is for girls alone. Please don't be mad. My expression remained blank. The mask slipped. As she added, last night, Ethan accidentally kissed me when he was drunk. I can show security footage if you don't believe me. Go ahead. The typing indicator flickered before she backtracked. Aren't you angry? Why? Last time he got wasted, he kissed the neighbor's dog too. I could practically see her spluttering through the screen. That's so mean. You didn't have to call me a dog. Then maybe stop pinning your hand-holding photos with Ethan. At least take off the rings I paid for. I just misclicked when changing my background. Don't take it out on Ethan. Relax, Grandma. You're what, 3 years older than me? Quit the sis act. The typing indicator spasmed. You look older though. Get your eyes checked. There's an optometrist down the street. I blocked her mid-typing. Dan messaged next. Grand opening tomorrow. Could you film a quick shout out? Ethan's busy, but we need you. I'd always felt bad for the quiet guy who got bullied in their group once. During a storm, he delivered medicine on his soaked scooter when Ethan was away. The rustic-style flower shop near campus stood empty except for Dan hauling supplies. He brightened when I arrived with congratulatory wreaths. Thanks for coming. Everyone flaked, but he rubbed his neck. You'll always be family, whoever you end up with next. That's my new brother. I snorted. We broke up. Call me Ivy. Once family, always family. His earnest smile held. You pick M, I'll back M. Wait, really? Dan grinned shyly and invited me inside. While he tidied up, I helped sell a few items and had customers follow his social media. By noon when we finished recording congratulatory videos, I was about to leave when Ethan arrived with his crew. I pretended not to see them, but Ethan blocked the exit. His boys spoke first. Chill out, Ivy. Ethan dropped an important meeting when he saw you in Dan's post. Cut him some slack, yeah? True love conquers all. Let's be clear, I interrupted coldly. I came for Dan, not Ethan. Stop guilt tripping me. If you're so fond of Ethan, date him yourselves and stroke his precious ego. Ethan's face darkened. His friend stammered, but Ethan and Lily are just like siblings. That night at the beach, he stayed outside her tent the whole time. Not my circus. I shrugged. And stop calling me Ivy. We're done. Got it? Ethan's jaw clenched. Ivy, what's your game? I've apologized repeatedly, endured your blocking spree. Just tell me what you want. Dan moved to intervene but got pulled aside, studying Ethan's arrogant expression. I suddenly slapped him. The crack echoed through the shop. Feel better now? Ethan asked, rubbing his cheek and reaching for me. I shoved him away. My terms? How many times must I say weary through? You think I can't live without you? Newsflash, I don't do second chances. Marry Lily for all I care. Fine. Ethan hissed. But first, get out of my apartment. Gladly. I stormed out, hailing a cab. 2 hours later, I sat on Ryan's velvet sofa watching security footage. Ethan rushed into our old place, panicking as he found it emptied. He called blocked, texted blocked. His relief upon confirming I hadn't quit my job turned to ice when he ordered, let's see how long she lasts. The screen showed him calling Lily for dinner. Later, Dan texted, Ethan made me forward their cringeworthy date pics. Just block me already, I can't keep enabling this. I chuckled. No need. Ryan emerged in dark silk pajamas that accentuated his broad shoulders and porcelain skin, collarbone peeking through the V-neck. Everything sorted? He asked, toweling damp hair. He stood casually, exuding an air of effortless elegance. With only one bed in the house and my new bed still awaiting delivery, I murmured agreement when Ryan suggested moving in immediately after we coincidentally met during my relocation. Cutting ties with Ethan completely motivated my swift decision to transfer belongings that same evening. The fully furnished rental required minimal effort. Our combined efforts completing the move quickly. Ryan's calm voice broke the silence. We could share the bed. A coughing fit seized me as heat flooded my cheeks. Ryan. I managed. We barely know each other. What began as impulsive passion now demanded daily coexistence. Stirring unease within me. Ryan settled beside me on the couch. His gaze unapologetically intense. You never noticed me 2 years ago. My confusion showed. When I moved into my long vacant condo across from yours. We became neighbors after that midnight jog encounter. His proximity intensified as memories unfolded. You wore gray athletic shorts with a white tee that day. Hair in a messy ponytail. Looked every bit the college freshman despite your graduation. Warm breath grazed my ear as he confessed. I thought good. She's legal now. A rueful sigh followed. Then I discovered your boyfriend. Being no homewrecker. I kept my distance. Until fate kept crossing our paths. His thumb traced my wrist. The downtown bookstore scene stays with me, you glowing in that sundress. Laughing on the phone with him. I had to know what made him worthy. The couch cushions dipped as he leaned closer. That's why I returned. Ivy. This isn't impulse. His lips brushed my earlobe. But careful planning. Palm against his chest. I countered shakily. I'm not that idealized version you've created. Amusement lit his eyes. The fiery woman arguing with her ex over that neighbor? I witnessed that too. His fingers intertwined with mine. Ivy. I believe in commitment. Sleeping together means forever. Bewilderment silenced me. While anticipating courtship discussions, Ryan bypassed them entirely. Marriage first. Love follows. True to his word. He introduced me to his parents within weeks, his graceful mother and distinguished father welcoming me warmly at their countryside estate. Already planning family trips to my hometown. Career fortunes shifted simultaneously. With 2 promotions putting me on track for management. Only Dan's occasional texts disrupted the peace snapshots of Ethan with Lily. Warnings about blocked numbers. I systematically erased all traces. When a pregnancy test confirmed our new reality months later, anxiety never surfaced. Even spouses don't guarantee lifelong companionship. I reasoned to Ryan. But children remain yours unconditionally. Our matching pragmatism sealed the deal, marriage certificates signed before baby kicks began. My parents back home were overjoyed. Coming from a small town as their only child, my mom always believed marriage was optional but grandchildren were mandatory. When Ryan first learned about my pregnancy, he was thrilled yet nervous, sleeping carefully to avoid bumping me and shifting most company meetings online. I'd assumed Ryan ran a small business until that day before getting pregnant, bringing snacks to his dad. I glimpsed through a cracked window as the usually refined man removed his gold-rimmed glasses, rolled up sleeves, and barked into the phone. You need my approval to acquire some company? What do I pay you 7 figures for? Crush anyone messing with our people. Oh, bragging about granddaughters now? Don't get cocky, old man. My daughter-in-law's adorable, bringing her next time. The Smith family wants funding. Maybe we'll just buy it for my girl to play with. Mrs. Wilson emerged, sleeking her raven hair while scrubbing off crimson lipstick. Enough. You'll scare her. Mr. Wilson instantly hung up to massage her shoulders. Yes, dear. I composed myself for 10 minutes before ringing their bell. 2 months later at the OBGYN clinic with Ryan, Ethan's enraged shout pierced the air. Ivy. He lunged but Ryan blocked him. Why are you here? Ethan demanded. I waved my chart. Prenatal checkup. Ethan pointed wildly at Ryan. Why's my wife accompanying your pregnancy? The waiting room erupted. Ryan calmly handed me headphones. Sweetheart, why don't you listen to music? I obediently rubbed my bump. Realization dawned on Ethan. Impossible. This is just to spite me. He pleaded desperately. Ivy, I'll apologize. Those 2 months with Lily were just to make you jealous. Marry me today. Ryan's voice turned icy. Ivy's my lawful wife. Control yourself. Ethan sneered. I never agreed to break up. You're that neighbor who always eyed her. He swung at Ryan, who flipped him onto the floor. Liar. Ethan raged. 2 months isn't enough to marry. I smiled, pointing at the screen displaying Ivy Peter before entering the exam room. Later, drones swarmed our balcony with rose petals after Ethan emptied every florist in town. Dan texted, "SOS sis. Ethan's buying every rose existent." Ryan immediately relocated us to a high-security penthouse where Ethan's theatrics couldn't reach. When Ethan showered Lily with 999 roses, added charms to her bracelet, let her drunkenly kiss him, he never considered me. Now that he's exhausted his games, he remembers. Too late. Trash. That evening finally brought some peace. I heard the Smith family was in trouble, facing bankruptcy. Ethan got beaten badly by his father. Lily showed up with red-rimmed eyes, offering to marry Ethan to help the Smiths. But before Mr. Smith could celebrate for 3 days, Ethan furiously rejected her, publicly telling Lily to get lost on the street. Someone filmed the whole scene and it went viral. When Lily's father saw the trending video, he ripped Ethan to shreds verbally and gave Lily a harsh lecture. He declared Ethan wasn't good enough anymore and forced Lily to respect herself by cutting ties with that commitment-phobic playboy, shipping her overseas immediately. With all hope gone for the Smiths, Ethan started publicly vowing to wait for me to divorce Ryan until his dad chased him 5 blocks with a mop. I learned all this from Dan when I was days from delivery. He said nobody paid him attention before, but Ethan treated him like a human trash can and he didn't mind. Then I came along, telling him to stand up for himself when others mocked him. After thinking it through, he realized his patience and knack for crafts could work, so he opened a flower shop. Business was slow until Ethan and Ryan started ordering roses every other day. Now he's raking in cash, planning to open a second location. "Oh, and Mrs. Wilson?" Dan added cheerfully. "Your husband hooked me up with his company's floral contracts too." "My husband?" "Yeah. Ryan. Like I always say, you're the permanent Mrs. Wilson. But brothers come and go. If you two ever split, give me a heads up so I can switch allegiance." The moment he said it, Ryan's smile froze beside me. His jaw tightened as those obsidian eyes locked onto my phone. With practiced grace, he plucked it from my hand, giving me a tender smile. "Let me chat with him, sweetheart." When he returned the phone later, Dan's voice came through at double speed. "Mrs. Wilson, my bad, I spoke before thinking. Ryan will always be my only brother. You look so happy together. May your love bloom forever. Roses every day, I swear." The line went dead with a panicked click. I turned to see Ryan wearing his most innocent expression. Dan sounded busy. "No worries." His dimples flashed as he lifted my hand, every inch the refined gentleman. I bit back laughter. Well, my husband, my responsibility to spoil. I'll pretend not to notice how he persuaded Dan. Next time, I'll buy extra flowers from his shop to make up for it. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more exciting stories. And drop your thoughts on this one in the comments. See you next time.